Well, it's starting to get hotter out there, folks, and school is about to come to a close, and we all want to get out from our winter hibernation and enjoy the outdoors. So today I'm going to share some really fun things to do as we head into summer and some great things to add onto your list of must-dos this summer in Franklin, Tennessee, so stay tuned. If this is your first time visiting my channel, my name is Jen Gramling and I'm a real estate agent here in the Nashville and Williamson County and surrounding area. I just put out weekly videos trying to help you get more familiar with this area. If you're thinking about moving here or relocating, this is going to be a great channel for you. So be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can be the first to see these videos as they're coming out. You can reach me by email or by text. You can find all my contact information in the comments. So be sure to do that, reach out, ask me any and all questions that you want. I'd be happy to help. Okay, so if you're new to the area, you'll be visiting this summer or just live here and just looking for some fun things to do, we're gonna cover it right here. So let's go ahead and jump right in. These are gonna be my top 13 fun summer activities in Franklin. Okay, so the first thing that I would suggest doing is just to get out and enjoy Pinkerton Park. So Pinkerton Park is located right in the middle of Franklin, close to downtown, but it's such a big, beautiful space with so much to do there. So old or young, this is gonna be a great place to hang out. So not only do they have play areas and things like that for the kids, but they also have green space for any kind of activity that you might want to enjoy, like setting up games or having a picnic or just going to the playground. But then you also have access to the Harpeth River. So you're going to want to go down and play in the Harpeth River, or you can just lay by the river, lay out some blankets and tan or read, or set up a hammock and just relax. This is one of our favorite things to do in the summer and just makes for fantastic summer memories. And then another fun thing they do at Pinkerton, and you're gonna wanna mark your calendars for this, is free movie nights in the park. So you can check out the summer lineup here, and these movies are obviously free. I'm also gonna put a link in the comments so you can go back and you can see what movies are playing when, add them to your calendar so you be sure and not miss any of them. But I am gonna put a lot of links in the comments today, so be sure to go down and check those out. Any of these activities that you're looking for, you can check out that link and find the details of those things later on after you watch the video, of course. Okay, so the second thing you're gonna wanna do is to spend some time in downtown LEIPERS Fork. So there's so much you can do down here, even starting out by renting bikes and biking to LEIPERS Fork, although that's a little hot for me for this time of year. But however you decide to get down to LEIPERS Fork, you'll find the cutest little downtown with lots and lots to do, as you can see here. So you can walk the downtown, you can explore, there's lots of shops, there's eating at the restaurants, there's an amazing whiskey distillery, LEIPERS Fork Distillery, for you whiskey connoisseurs out there. There's tons of art galleries, and you can do a wine tasting at Wines in the Fork, or you can catch live music at Fox and Lock, or just grab a bite there. And I will say, a special trip to Fox and Lock, which was formerly Puckett's Grocery, which is a very well-known place around here, is a great idea for an open mic night on Thursday nights. So you just never know who's gonna show up there. So there's always gonna be talented artists there without question, but who knows, so many celebrities live in LEIPERS Fork, so you just never know who might be wandering around town that day and pop in. Okay, so the third thing I have on my list, and you will definitely want to put the Williamson County Fair on your calendar for August 5th through the 13th. Listen, everyone goes and it's a blast. So this is held at the Williamson County Ag Center right off of 65, and it has everything a county fair has that you can imagine. So there's carnival rides, there's fair food, there's music and pageants, livestock shows, and so much more. Just again, everything that you would think of at a county fair, but it's bigger and better than you ever imagined. So everyone goes to this. You need to put it on your calendar. You won't regret it. So it's definitely worth checking out. And of course, this is going to be an annual thing. If you have kids at all, they're all going to want to go, especially when they're teenagers with their friends. So be sure to remember this every single year. You're going to want to go and do this. It's really fun. Okay, so the fourth thing I have on my list is to take a scenic drive on the NATCHEZ Trace Parkway and then go for a little hike on one of the trailheads on the NATCHEZ Trace. So this is a beautiful parkway that runs through some of the most beautiful countryside in Franklin and beyond, stretching all the way from Nashville through Natchez, Mississippi. So you can hop on the parkway in Franklin and keep going towards Natchez once you get on the parkway, and in just over an hour, you'll see a sign for Fall Hollow. You'll park in the parking area and hike down a paved path to a platform overlooking a large waterfall, and then you'll go down a very steep, short dirt path into the woods, and you'll find several more waterfalls there, including including one that's perfect for children to play in. So it's a great place to cool off on a hot summer day and hang out for a picnic or just chill for a while by the falls. It's a really great place to go and hike. And actually there's lots of trailheads off of the NATCHEZ trace, so there's lots of maps out there online, and we can include some in the comments as well. But just any of the hikes are really beautiful, but some of these hikes off the NATCHEZ trace that take you into these waterfalls are just beautiful. So a really great place to go on a summer day and enjoy some of that water again. Okay, number 5, this is going to be an annual thing that you'll want to have on your calendar, and you're obviously going to remember it going forward, and that's going to be the Pilgrimage Musical Festival at Harlandale Farms. And that's going to be on September 24th and 25th, and tickets are on sale right now. So this is a huge music festival, and Franklin will get crowded. So this festival is it has attendance of around 27,000 people, so it's not a small festival. And you can go ahead and check out the lineup here for this year. We typically do get some really amazing artists playing at the Pilgrimage Festival. So artists on the docket this year include people like Chris Stapleton, Brandy Carlisle, John Batiste, Elle King, Better Than Ezra, Marty Stewart, and so much more. So people really look forward to this festival every single year, and for a reason. I highly recommend checking it out. If you have time, if you can make it out, be sure to go out to the Pilgrimage Music Fest. It's gonna be amazing this year. Okay, so number 6 is just hang out in downtown Franklin. So this is good any time of year, and there's always something fun going on down there, but even if there isn't an organized event, downtown Franklin is fabulous for just window shopping and eating, and then maybe taking in a movie at the historic Franklin Theater or some live music. So of course, everyone has different likes, but some of my favorite things to do in downtown Franklin is just to sit on the porch at the coffee house at 2nd and Bridge with a drink and maybe a snack. So their food here, it's just delicious, and their drinks of course are great, but the best part is just sitting on the porch swing and relaxing, or hanging out on the patio with friends. There's also JJ's Wine Bar, which is such a fun place to hang out, and they have lighter fare and great wines, and then restaurants are in no shortage as well. We've got the Red Pony, 55 South, Grays on Main, Cork and Cow, and that's just to name a few. And then obviously Puckett's, which is a staple in Franklin. You have to eat at Puckett's if you're going. And a few of these places will have live music as well, which is really fun. And then their great food is just a really good bonus. So shops, there's tons of shops, obviously. There's Tin Cottage, White's Mercantile, Anthropology, and many, many more. And when you get tired, like I said, you can go catch a movie at the Franklin Theater, where they run different movies at different times. Right now they're playing movies like The Majestic and True Grit, which my dad would love. But they also will have live theater and bands as well at the Franklin Theater. And then for more live music, you'll definitely want to head over and not miss Kimbrough's, which is a fantastic place to catch live music, dance, have a beer after everything else is getting quiet in downtown Franklin. I love it at Kimbrough's. You're definitely going to want to check it out if you like live music. And number 7, you will want to hit the Franklin Farmers Market on a Saturday morning at the factory. So this is a great farmers market with tons of fresh produce, crafts, and everything else you would imagine a farmers market to have, including food trucks, so you can snack while you're there. And since you're already there, you will want to wander into the factory, get coffee at Honest Coffee Roasters or juice at the Juice Bar, shop in their many, many shops, and then maybe get tacos at Mojo's Tacos. So they also have 2 very well-loved places in the factory, and one is Five Daughters Bakery that has very fresh donuts that people just love, and Jenny's Ice Cream, which again, people just love Jenny's Ice Cream, so you're gonna wanna stop into those 2 places as well. That's actually a lot, so you're probably gonna have to make 2 trips, it sounds like, with all of the food and shopping that I've thrown at you for the farmers market and the factory. So be sure to go out and explore here on a Saturday. All right, number 8, we're gonna go for some more outdoor adventures, and we're gonna check out SOAR, which is a massive outdoor 4-level climbing tower with over 100 different climbing elements for every age. So the ground level has a section for little kids with ages about 4 to 7. And they have about 19 different elements just in that section alone for those little ones. And then they also have an 18-hole mini golf course, trampolines, as well as a new bar where parents can kick back and enjoy adult beverages. So this is going to be a great place to go and let out some of that energy for the kids from being cooped up and climb and jump and just be crazy. And so maybe the kids don't have to do all that at home. And if you like getting out and climbing and doing those fun things too, this is going to be a great place for you as well. Okay, so on to number 9. Okay, so this one has just a short time span of May and June, and then they're going to reopen again in October through December when it's a little bit cooler. But But if you want something to do that's just adorable, go and do the alpaca experience at Mistletoe Farm. Again, I have the website link in the comments, but this is just going to be a super fun experience, something to go enjoy with your family, your friends, your kids, or whoever. So this is going to be your opportunity. You can bring a smaller group of 5 or a larger group of 10 people. And by the way, these are by appointment only, and just get out and spend time with these adorable creatures. So petting and getting to know them. And let me tell you, they are just so darn cute. If you don't love these little guys, I mean, I can't help you. So cost of a visit, it's going to be about $50 for a half hour, which includes, again, up to 5 guests, or a full hour is $100, and that includes 10 guests. So I like to do the private visits with the animals so that they don't overwhelm them, and you really get a chance to interact and have your time with them. So it's really nice to have that little private meet and greet with the animals. So, and then after your meet and greet with the alpacas, you're welcome to visit the Studio Farm store to see what they make with all that fluff. So this can also be a really good field trip just for your kids. So they have souvenir items and gift type items, all the things that are made with all of that wool. So just a really good time to go out and visit this little farm and get to know some of these little animals that are just so cute. And also just not something you get to do every day. So what a fun experience. Okay, so number 10, if you're looking for somewhere inside to hang out when it's hot, you should go take a trip to the Rabbit Hole for a virtual reality experience. So this place has a couple of locations, but the Franklin location is in the Cool Springs Mall, which is really convenient to everywhere. So there are a lot of different VR experiences that you can do here, but notably they have a free roam VR arena, VR arcade games, VR escape games, and then you can also book parties and events. So if a VR escape game or a round of laser tag in the VR arena sound fun, this is going to be a fun way to stay cool inside, but still have a lot of fun. So even if you're not a gamer, and even if you don't always love to play video games and things, this is just a fun way to kind of escape reality and get out there and do something different. So I'm definitely planning on doing this summer too. Sounds like a lot of fun. So if you get out there and check it out, be sure and let me know how you like it. Okay, so number 11 is going to be to get out and kayak or canoe on the Harpeth River. So there are tons of companies out there like Cumberland Kayak Adventure that if you don't have your own gear, you can simply book a tour with them. So just $49 per person will take you about 1.5 to 2 hours, and you'll be paddling down the Harpeth River, and you'll start out at Harlandale Farms. They have a canoe launch area there, so that's where they're gonna meet. That's where you're gonna put those canoes or those kayaks in. And then you're gonna float down the Harpeth, and you're gonna pass several bridges. You're gonna see tons of wildlife, just all kinds of different really pretty water birds and all kinds of things that are going to highlight your route. And then at the end of the tour, they're going to shuttle you back to your car so you get to enjoy all the fun of all that kayak and canoeing without all the hard work. So again, just getting out and enjoying some of that river time is going to be a lot of fun. And aside from that one, there's other companies as well who offer tubing and stand-up paddleboard rentals for the Harpeth. So really any way you want to float down the river, you can make that happen. And the Harpeth is just a great place to get out and cool off because we do have a lot of those hot days here. So getting out there, jumping in a canoe, a kayak, a tube or paddleboard, whatever it might be, just get out there and enjoy that time. It just really makes for a super fun day on the water. Okay, number 12 is going to be to see a concert at the First Bank Amphitheater. So I know I've gone ahead, I've put a lot of music in here, but let's face it, Nashville is a lot of music. But I feel like that's true of a lot of different cities. There's a lot of places to go and catch live music, but this is just a beautiful new venue that recently opened as of last year, and there's some really great acts coming here, and it's a great place to see a show. So although the traffic getting out of this place is kind of a long wait to get out in the traffic, so that's really the only downside to it, but it's actually really beautiful. This venue, it's actually really cool. So it's in a reclaimed rock quarry. It's surrounded by green spaces, by ponds and trees, fields, and all kinds of wildlife. So it's just a really picturesque setting to get out and hear some music. So some of the acts who are coming in the coming months include artists like Halsey, Willie Nelson, Third Eye Blind, Steely Dan, Cody Johnson, and Earth, Wind & Fire, just to name a few. So keep your eye on their calendar. I'm going to put it, you guessed it, it's in the link in the comments. So be sure to check that out. See if there's any artists coming that you like, that you want to see, and put that on your calendar as well. Get tickets to that and go enjoy your first concert at First Bank Amphitheater. Okay, and number 13, which is going to be my last thing to do, it's a little bit pricey and they aren't quite open yet, and so I obviously haven't been there yet myself, but I'm excited for this, and so that is why I wanted to mention it. And that is going to be to stay at and experience the luxurious South Hall, which you will be able to do starting in September. This is going to be new in Franklin, and there's just a lot to unpack on this. I imagine this will be a little bit like Blackberry Farms, if you're familiar with that at all. That's back in East Tennessee in Wallen, close to Knoxville, and it's just a very famous place where you can go and stay. It's really luxurious, so I feel like it's going to be a little bit like that. But the concept of this beautiful place is it's all based around a sustainable farm. And at South Hall, they will have an inn which will feature rooms and suites as well as cottages. And then they're going to have a beautiful heated outdoor pool, fine dining experiences with farm to table food just fresh from the farm itself, and a spa that looks absolutely amazing. And then there's going to be other experiences to enjoy as well, like archery and an aerial obstacle course, a falconry experience, so who's even heard of that, boating on the reservoir, fly fishing, hiking, and then they're also going to have wellness experiences like yoga, meditation, nutrition education, coaching, and just so many more things. So it sounds really cool, and I imagine it's going to be just amazing. And so everything here is just intended to put guests into harmony with the land and their stunning surroundings and with themselves. So this is going to be an expensive place to stay, so it's not going to be cheap, but it is going to be an experience to remember, I'm sure. And there's really nothing else like it in or near Nashville. But if this type of stay is something that you really like, this is going to be wonderful for you. And like I said, there's nothing like it in and around Nashville, so I do think it's going to be very well received. So I'm really looking forward to visiting this once I get the chance. Okay, and so those are some of the super fun things to do to get out in and around Franklin. I know there's a lot more. If you have other suggestions, please leave them in the comments, and let's get a list going for all of my transplants out there so they can start enjoying everything Franklin has to offer that I couldn't fit into this video. And again, be sure to reach out to me with any and all questions that you might have. Subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can be the first to see these videos as they're coming out. Thanks so much, and I'll see you on the next video.